In this last group of lessons, it's time for students to put their new understanding into action. We have these two pieces we've been working on: how satellites work and the changes that we can see on Earth using satellites. In the culminating experience, students bring these two pieces together. They create an infographic with a call to action to convince others to reduce their ecological footprint. They use satellite data to help make their case. In the first lesson, we have a presentation to remind students about the unit challenge and introduce the genre of infographics and their specific project. They need to create an infographic which answers the question, how can we use satellite imagery to convince people to reduce their ecological footprint? They then analyze different infographics to see what goes into them, and they use our evaluation worksheet to scaffold their analysis. We end the period with time to plan their infographic using our planning template handout. We start part 2 in lesson 26 with a short presentation emphasizing the key components of effective infographics. Keep it simple, use effective visuals, and present meaningful data. We also introduce the idea of social math, which is meaningful statistics that people can easily relate to. Now's a good time to emphasize how these items are part of the rubric, along with their use of satellite data, an effective call to action, and a demonstration of their scientific understanding. Students put all of these together as they plan and create their infographic for the rest of this period and all day during lessons 27 and 28. Students share out their infographics in lesson 29 with peers. We begin class by distributing the peer evaluation rubric, and half the students prepare their infographics to present. Students are going to circulate around each graphic and complete a set number of peer evaluations during this time. Then, we'll rotate to the other half of the class. End the class with a whole class debrief where we really address the question, which infographic was most compelling? Lesson 30 is an enrichment activity that ties together ideas of sound energy and ecological footprint. Students begin by sitting quietly outside and listening to the sounds around them. They make a sound map where they make an X on the map to represent themselves, and they record their position of different sounds around them as they hear them. The goal is to realize that sound is a beautiful natural resource, but also a source of data about the environment and something that humans can alter. Alternatives include assigning this task as homework or using recorded sounds in the classroom. Back in the classroom, we walk through a presentation about how scientists study soundscapes and their efforts to protect natural soundscapes. Students leave with an exit ticket about what they can do to reduce their own sound footprint, and a reminder about tomorrow's unit assessment. We end with that unit assessment, followed by a gallery walk where students discuss and add ideas about some of the key questions we answered about satellites and ecological footprints. And of course, we revisit the unit roadmap. That's all for this unit. Next, we change gears to Unit 4, Humans and Life.